Hello guys, welcome back to Kheper's YouTube channel. My name is Nadine and today we're going to be talking about finding your size online. This is a part 2 video. I did part 1 talking about how to do your measurements at home using a measuring tape or a piece of string that anyone can do to find their sizes online. Most of the time when you're shopping online, you only have the size guide as a reference, and Kheper has their size guide on their website, which you can use with your measurements to find your perfect size. But the size guide can be very confusing. For instance, you could be in between sizes. You could have a different body type where, like for me, even though my bust is quite big, it's also quite soft, so it can squeeze into smaller sizes if I want that. So it's things like this that you need to keep into consideration. Alright, so before we go on, I have just added this into the video. So my hairstyle has changed, but just ignore it. It's fine. We're going with it. I just want to chat about myths when it comes to sizing. So first of all, you need to let go of the myth of true to size. That does not apply to the fashion industry. That is a term used in the shoe industry. Only shoes can be true to size, not clothes. You also need to let go of the symbols. You need to let go of small, medium, large, because every single brand has a different idea of what small, medium, large. There's no need to have an emotional attachment to being a small, because you're not going to be a small in every size. And just because you're a small in your jeans does not mean that you're going to be a small in fitness wear, which is why your measurements are so important. So although your size will change according to the different brands, your measurements will always be the same. So use your measurements, use the size guide provided on the website, and then find your size for that brand. If you follow that rule, you will not go wrong. You will always find the perfect size. So let's chat about the Kheper size guide and how to find your size on the Kheper size guide. So I've got it here in front of me. I will bring it up over here as well. All right, so if we look at the measurements I took in our first video, my bust came to 90 centimeters. So on this Kheper size guide, that puts me in a small for bust, which is, if I look at it, my bust is quite big, and I have to keep in mind that my bust is also quite soft. And the thing is, I can fit into a small. I've tried on the Kheper small, but it gives me a little bit of side boob, like the overflow on the side, and it pops up on top, and that's not something I want when it comes to a bra. So that's why I sized up. So I went to a medium bra, and now you can see it fits me perfectly. It's a very comfortable fit. It's a little big around the waist, but it's fine because it fits my boobs, and that's the most important thing. So yes, you always need to bear in mind what type of fit you want from something. So if you are quite a busty girl and you don't want the overflow, I would size up just to make sure that everything is kept in place. All right, so let's move on to my waist size according to this chart. So my waist size was 74, and on the size chart for waist, a 74 would put me in a medium. So if you look at these pictures, on the picture on the right, I'm wearing a medium, and at the picture on the left, I'm wearing a small. Kheper tights have a really good stretch, about like 3 centimeters worth of stretch, which means that I can size down. It means that even though my size says that I'm a medium, I can still get a comfortable fit out of a small, and I do prefer the fit of the small. In the medium, it's a nice fit. It fits me perfectly, but it's not as tight as I prefer my clothes to be. In the small, I get a more snug fit, and I prefer the tightness around my waist opposed to the feeling of the medium size. And I know that I can size down in Kheper because Kheper tights have a stretch capacity of about 2 to 3 centimeters, depending on which fabric that they use. So I know that if I size down to a small, there's going to be enough stretch to accommodate the medium measurements of my body, but still give me the snug fit that I want. You always need to bear in mind what your body is doing and what your body journey is. Are you on a weight loss journey? Are you trying to gain weight? These are things that you need to bear in mind. So you might be a large when it comes to your measurements, but if you are predicting that you are going to lose weight in the next 3 months, you're going to go for the medium because that is your goal weight, and you can get a longer wear out of this outfit. You don't want to spend 500 Rand on a tights that you can only wear for 2 months because you're losing so much weight. The same thing for weight gain. If you are trying to build weight, build muscle, maybe you need to size up. Maybe you are predicting that in 2 months' time, you're going to be a little bit more muscular, you're going to be a little bit more fuller in different places, and now you're going to size up your size. Great, that all makes sense. Now I'm gonna look at my hip size. So for my hips, I have 102 as my measurement. So 102 puts me in a medium as well. So my waist and my hip size says that I should be wearing a medium pants. I can fit into a small, so I wear the small. So that is just my preference. It depends. So if you don't want something that's gonna be cutting in to your waist, that's going to be cutting you in the wrong places and things like that, then you would go according to your size. For me, I'm not too worried if something's too tight around my waist, because this is a small that I'm wearing right now, but it's not cutting me or indenting me or in any weird places. I actually really enjoy the fit of the smalls. It is a little bit tight around my thighs, but that's okay with me. So yes, when you are using the Kheper size guide, you always need to use them as a reference and then add your preference on top of the reference. So if you are small, do you want a small size or do you want a medium size? And this is also really, really important if you are in between sizes. So maybe your waist says that you are a small, but your hips say that you are medium. Now what do we do? So now you need to decide. Do I want it to be a tighter fit or do I want a looser fit? Do I need more comfort or do I want a tighter fit that's going to allow me to be more agile and allow me to do more things without having to adjust all the time? So for me, I would probably go for the smaller size in that, because my waist is smaller than my hips and the waist is the most important part for me when it comes to tights. I don't want my tights to be falling down or having to adjust them all the time. So yeah, that's basically everything that I wanted to cover in this video. So take your measurements, use the size guide and figure out where you fit in, and then decide what type of fit you want. And you should be able to find your perfect match. I really hope that this video has helped you guys. I know that online shopping can be a daunting experience, especially if you do not know your sizes. So hopefully this helps you feel a little bit more calm and helps you stay a little bit more on top of buying the right size when you're shopping online. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.